Hey everyone, my name is Spencer Ostrowski and this is Culture. Today I'm going to bring you a little mini discussion about the Nintendo Entertainment System and also the challenges of starting out as a small-time gaming channel, or, in my case, a geek channel, but same difference. You guys have seen some of my videos. I started making regular videos for this channel about a month ago and it's been really fun. I wasn't really interested in playing new games just yet and wanted to visit the games I grew up on first. That was the inspiration for videos like this. Oh my fucking god. Or this.
If these turns were in the game, I'd be fine.
if they just removed all the obstacles, I think I'd be flying through this game.
If they moved everything that was a challenge in this game, I'd probably be past the first level.
As you can tell, these videos were captured through emulators. As my ideas for videos have grown, the need to record from the original source has become more important. For example, the video I did with my buddy on Contra was supposed to be 2 players. Unfortunately, I couldn't get both my USB controllers to work, so we had to switch off instead. This posed many problems for other games too, such as Tetris Attack. I was planning on making a video with my family because we played it so much growing up. I ran into a slew of problems. For one, playing off a laptop screen is much less than ideal. It's just not really what you want to do. Secondly, I couldn't get my second controller to map correctly, just like Contra. It was very annoying. Third, when I tried mirroring the screen so that it wouldn't be such a problem, the input lag was just unbearable. I just couldn't, we wouldn't be able to play it. So, filming 4 people how to run a laptop isn't even great anyways. And I also was interested in streaming in Twitch. I downloaded the OBS system and I tried to stream. The stream was really choppy and unwatchable. For some reason, it seemed like it was running at 60 frames from my end. But on the other end, somewhere between OBS and Twitch, it just fell apart as a mess. So I took the internet to find a solution, just like anyone else would today. I knew the channels like JonTron, AVGN, NES Punk, Scott the Woz, all filmed straight from the original console. I was eventually led to the Elgato Game Capture. Ouch, that's a fucking hefty price. Nonetheless, it is important to have it all the same. I looked at some cheaper alternatives, but none of them seemed to have the same, the warmest reception. So the Game Capture, the Elgato Game Capture seemed to be the only real option for me. Next option came with all the choices I have when it comes to recording. The first one that comes to mind is the Nintendo Switch, which I have right here. Boom. So the cool thing about the Nintendo Switch is this cool little thing right here. Is the Nintendo Entertainment System. The benefit of recording from there would be, the little port thing that's on there. The dock has an HDMI port, so plugging in from the Elgato to the TV to my laptop would be really easy. Then on the app, there's no shortage of good games, such as there's a Gaiden, Super Mario, The Legend of Zelda. It goes on and on. The biggest problem comes with the Joy-Cons. Theoretically, having that clicky feedback from the buttons should feel decent enough. Unfortunately, that's not really the case. Let's take Ninja Gaiden, for example, a game that demands some really precise controls. Something just feels really awkward here. The fact that the D-pad are so far apart makes things weird. In addition, the buttons are so much smaller than the original SNES and NES controllers. The fact that the directional buttons and action buttons are not aligned also makes playing these games uncomfortable to play, almost. Mario's another great example. This game requires a lot of quick reactions and precision movement. Switching direction on the D-pad is unnatural. The transition between running and jumping almost feels delayed. At the very least, it feels less than ideal way to play the game. Juxtapose this to a classic design controller. In this case, it's a USB one, but nonetheless, it's the same idea as the classic Super Nintendo controllers, the whole thing. And you can instantly tell a difference. In a game like Ninja Gaiden, I feel like I have a lot more control. I'm still getting my ass beat, but I feel like I'm at least have control of my ass. I'm able to transition through jumps and attacks in a much more natural feeling way. Here you can see me playing Mario. I'm able to have a lot more control of my movement and the momentum of Mario. The directional pad can be easily manipulated how I want it, and the transition from running to jumping is thoughtless. You just do it. So one option would be to buy the NES controllers that are offered by Nintendo, but damn, $60 seems like a really steep price just to play a limited library of games. Keep in mind, I haven't even purchased the $100 Game Capture yet. This certainly is the biggest limitation of the service offered by Nintendo. This is a great idea without a doubt, and there are no problems with the emulation they provide, but you can almost you almost forced to buy these controllers, and that's a big asking price. Until you can buy a single NES Joy-Con that's like the NES style, I think I'm out. The only option would be to go to record straight from the old NES. The asking price for AV converters is pretty cheap, and it would appear that everything I need to essentially start recording from my SNES is about $150. That's a pretty big investment for the average household, without a doubt. So yeah, that's my little discussion on the challenges of becoming a YouTube gamer and the shortcoming of the Nintendo Entertainment System, really, that everyone, I'm sure, is facing on some level. Let me know the challenges you guys have had faced, like being a small time or a beginner YouTube channel, in the comments down below. And thank you so much for listening.